What's going on, everyone? Hope you're having a great day. Welcome to the Tundra Dude 34 YouTube channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you know every time I put up a new video and or a live stream. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, how are you? Hope you're having a great week. So every 3 to 4 months, I like to keep you guys updated and myself updated on the value of the current Tundra that I drive. If you're new to the channel, that Tundra is a 2020 Toyota Tundra TRD Pro in Army Green. I was very fortunate enough to get this truck in very early March 2020, right before the pandemic and all the issues, and the truck has been a pleasure to drive. Now, right after I bought this truck, the world kind of fell apart, right? So all of the values went haywire. We see the used vehicle market out there right now, and it's nuts. We see some used vehicles on sale with mileage on them for more than they were brand new. It's a very weird time in the automotive industry. So with the TRD Pro being a special edition Tundra and the special edition color that year, which was Army Green, with the values we have because of the pandemic and then the chip shortage, there's no new vehicles on the lot. So again, the used vehicle inventory, the prices are insane. I always like to keep an update. Now, before we go into this, I have some numbers from November 2021. That's the last time I checked the value on my truck. But just to let you know, in all the times I've checked my value before that, the value was way up and it was kind of streamlined. It never really changed. It kind of just stayed where it's at. Well, this update today, it looks like the money's coming down a little bit. The value is changing for the first time in a long time for me. Not too much, but I got 3 different sites we're going to look at right here. We're going to do Kelley Blue Book, obviously the most popular place to check your vehicle's value. We're going to do Consumer Reports, and we're going to do TrueCar, just to get a good idea of where we're at today. Now, also, in this video, I would hope that you would go down in the comments below and check the value of your Tundra and let me know if you see any of the value sliding, gaining, or anything in between. So let's get started. Please keep this in mind. If you're someone who doesn't deal with dealership stuff often or anything like that, when you go on these websites, this is just an idea, an estimate of what your vehicle will be worth if you go to try to trade it in, or if you want an idea of how to sell it in the private party market, if you sell it yourself. Don't go in expecting it to be exact. A lot of people look at like Kelley Blue Book and say, oh, this is what I could get for my car. And then they go in and they hear a completely different number. And they're kind of taken back from that a little bit. Just go in getting a nice idea of where you are in your value. And hopefully, you're within a couple $1,000s of that. But let's get started. Okay. So the truck has not changed in mileage too much. In November 2021, it was just under 9,000 miles, and right now it is just at 10,000 miles. So the value won't change too much. It's only a little over 1,000 miles. So, take that for what it's worth. But let's start with Kelley Blue Book. I'm going to give you the trade-in and the private party. In November 2021, 4 months ago, the truck's value trade-in was $57,137 to $61,048 with a median of $59,093. So just so everybody knows, I bought this truck for, I believe it was a sticker sell because it was MSRP buying with the TRD Pro at the time. This is before everything got crazy with the markups. I believe the truck was just over $55,000. We'll say $55,500 for the brand new TRD Pro. So the value in November, $59,093, is about $4,000 more than I paid. So that's awesome. I guess I should have struck when the iron was hot. Private party was $61,627 to $65,864 with a median of $63,746. So obviously selling the vehicle privately, you're gonna make more money. It's all about how you want to go about it if you have the time. There's a lot more you have to do when you sell your vehicle privately. You have to list it. You have to field the phone calls and the emails and then maybe set up a test drive for a potential buyer. So trade-in is quicker, more convenient, but you know what? You lose a little value. So that's another thing you can go down in the comments below. Do you like to trade in or sell it yourself? All right, so those are the values for November 2021. As of today, the value on the truck is $54,731 to $58,506 with a median of $56,619. So that's about a $24,000 to $2,500 loss in 4 months. Once again, I hope this isn't a big slide in value. Does this mean the used market's going to be going back to normal soon? Who knows? There's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world right now. But in 4 months, we saw about a $2,500 loss as per Kelley Blue Book. When it comes to private party, it is now 59,072 to 63,167 or 61,120. So we came down again about 24 to 2,500 in the private party. Don't get me wrong, the value is still way up. It's more than I paid on the truck. I'm definitely not complaining. But one thing I was keeping an eye on, if I wanted to trade for a 2022 Tundra, I wanted to make sure I was getting good value in the truck and strike when the iron was hot. I can't seem to find the 2022 Tundra that I want right now. So as we wait, it's good to keep an eye on the value of this truck. So I'm going to totally be checking in a lot more than 3 or 4 months just going forward as we get closer and closer. So there you go. On Kelley Blue Book, we lost a little money, but let's see if we could save ourselves on Consumer Reports, the other website that I used here. Put in all the information on the truck just as I did on Kelley Blue Book, and here's what they said in November 2021. Clean, it's clean, average, and rough as far as the condition of the vehicle. So clean, the trade-in would be 59,820. Private party would be 65,350. Average would be 56,400, or private party 58,950. Rough would be 48,160 or 54,400. Please keep in mind this truck is absolutely mint. Things brand new all the way around. So we're going with the clean numbers there, but I just wanted to give you an idea of what you will see when you go on the website. Okay, today's value, Consumer Reports. For clean, the trade-in would be 59,565. Private party would be 65,025. Average would be 56,385. Private party 58,850. And rough would be a trade-in of 48,155. And a private party of 54,225. So as you can see, with Consumer Reports, the value didn't really change much at all, especially looking at that clean, which is where we will focus. It came down a couple $100, it looks like here. So Consumer Reports definitely still has a high value on the vehicle as before. So that's a good thing. In comparing the November numbers of Consumer Reports to Kelley Blue Book, everything was pretty close as far as value goes. And when you look at today's, it's still showing Consumer Reports is giving more of that November value versus what Kelley Blue Book said that we came down a little bit. So Consumer Reports still has the value up there a little bit. And last but not least, we went to TrueCar, which is another very popular website. And we threw in all the information like we did on everything else. Like I said, special edition truck here, Army Green, 2020, very hard to get the TRD Pro Tundra just because of what happened with the pandemic and everything and factories getting shut down. So we didn't see a lot of Army Greens. We didn't see a lot of TRD Pros. We didn't see a lot of Tundras on the lot during that time period. So I was very fortunate enough to get it right before everything went down. In November, the value was $59,300 for the TRD Pro. And now they're saying the truck is worth $54,975. So roughly a $4,000 loss, which is by far the most out of the three websites, but still up from what I owe, of course, which is a good thing. But once again, November $59,300 to now $54,975 on TrueCar. So everything is still in the green as per what I owe. But it's good to keep an idea of value of your vehicle. I know a lot of people traded out of their Tundras when everything was going on around this time last year because the value was just so good. But everyone seems to be waiting for that bubble to pop on the used market. And when we walk these dealerships, I always make sure, even if it's the same trucks we're walking week in and week out, I always like to go up to see if there's any difference in price, to see if anything has changed, to see if the prices are coming down a little bit. And checking your value on your vehicle is always a good way to start. And I really like the idea of having the TRD Pro Tundra as kind of a good measuring stick for value, because when times are normal and nothing crazy is going on in the world, the TRD Pro, limited quantity, a little special edition of the Tundra, the value is always a little bit up on it anyway. So that plus everything going on, that's why you were seeing numbers in the 60s there late last year. And we're still a little close to the $60,000 mark. Again, way more than I paid. So let me know in the comments below what the value of your truck is. Did the price drop a little bit like mine? Did you stay the same, or did it go up? Or if you traded in your Tundra, let us know if you did pretty good. I know from emails and messages I've gotten over the past 6 months or so, some people have actually made money on a deal. They paid one price, they waited 6 months to a year, and then at trade-in, they got more than they paid brand new for the truck. That's just crazy to me, but that's today's automotive market. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Until next time, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook at TundraDude34, TundraDude34 at gmail.com. You guys have a great day. Be safe and be well.